Meet Margaret, 92, who walks her dog daily and dances at community events. Her secret? She never let her legs fade. With a twinkle in her eye and a spring in her step, Margaret defies age, staying active and independent. She's living proof that age is just a number. Your legs are the foundation of your independence. But there's a shocking truth: they're the first to go if you don't fuel them right. Weakness can creep in fast, leading to loss of freedom and mobility, but you can take control. Incorporating 3 essential foods into your diet can keep your legs strong and healthy. The first food is often overlooked, despite its proven benefits. 1. Eggs, the ultimate leg fuel. Many seniors believe weak legs are just part of aging. They blame their knees, their bones, or even the weather, which, let's be honest, can seem like an easy scapegoat when you're feeling a little stiff. But here's the thing: the real culprit might surprise you. It's muscle loss from lack of protein. I learned this the hard way with my neighbor Joyce. Now, Joyce is one of those women who has always been a force of nature, active, vibrant, always on the move. She was the first one at our neighborhood block parties, leading the dances and teaching us all how to get our groove on. But one morning, out of the blue, she slipped while getting out of bed. Nothing major, but it shook her to her core. "I never thought my legs would just give up," she said, her voice full of disbelief. Her doctor explained she had developed sarcopenia, a fancy term for age-related muscle loss. Joyce was stunned. "But I've always stayed active," she said. Then the big shocker: the doctor told her that her diet was the real problem. Despite all her energy and zest, she hadn't been getting the nutrients she needed to keep her muscles strong. So what was the solution? Eggs. Yes, you heard me right. Eggs. You might be thinking, but wait, aren't eggs high in cholesterol? Trust me, these little guys are packed with high-quality protein, vitamin D, and choline, all the nutrients your muscles crave to rebuild and stay strong. They're like a recharge button for your legs, ready to get you moving again. Joyce didn't waste any time. She started eating 2 eggs every morning, scrambled, boiled, or even in an omelet. She mixed it up depending on her mood, and guess what? After just a month, she told me, "I feel steadier on my feet." After 3 months, she was walking with confidence. No more wobbles, no more worrying about losing her balance. Imagine that for yourself. Waking up, stepping out of bed, and feeling like you can trust your legs again. No wobbles, no sudden weakness, just pure strength and confidence with every step you take. It's like being able to dance around the living room without thinking twice, or stroll down the street without feeling like you might have to call for a lift back home. That's the kind of freedom the right food can give you. And speaking of power, are you ready for the second food that will blow your mind? Trust me, you'll want to hear this one. 2. Salmon, the leg-saving superfood. Your legs don't just need muscles, they need healthy circulation. Without proper blood flow, your legs can feel heavy, sluggish, even numb. And if you've ever had that sensation of trying to walk through wet concrete or dragging around an extra 10 pounds in each leg, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The discomfort can be maddening. I remember Lily, a vibrant 74-year-old from my walking group, once telling me how much her legs had been bothering her. "It's like walking with bricks tied to my feet," she'd joke, though you could tell she wasn't laughing on the inside. She had swollen ankles that made it difficult to get around, and like many of us, she started to dread that daily walk to the mailbox or the trip to the grocery store. Her doctor explained it to her like this: poor circulation can cause all sorts of problems, from joint pain to swollen feet to weakened muscles. And as we age, circulation naturally tends to slow down, which leads to more discomfort and less mobility. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to be this way. Lily's doctor didn't hand her a bottle of pills. He recommended something far simpler and much tastier: diet change. Lily was skeptical at first. I mean, who wouldn't be? She wasn't exactly expecting a solution to come from her dinner plate. But after some encouragement, she started eating grilled salmon twice a week. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with salmon. It's not just a delicious treat, it's a powerhouse when it comes to keeping our bodies healthy. packed with omega-3 fatty acids. This fish works wonders for circulation. Omega-3s help to reduce inflammation and improve blood flow, meaning that your legs can start feeling more energized and less sluggish. For Lily, this sounded like the miracle she needed. At first, she wasn't sure what to expect. Would it work? Would salmon really help? Well, within weeks, she began noticing changes. Her swollen ankles started to shrink, and she felt the heaviness in her legs lifting. One morning, she told me with a huge grin, "My legs feel light again. I can walk without feeling like I'm dragging a set of weights behind me." And it wasn't just that her legs looked better, they felt better too. For the first time in months, Lily didn't dread her walks. She could stroll along the path, enjoying the sights and sounds of the world, without worrying about needing to stop every few minutes. "I'm back in the game," she said with a sparkle in her eyes. Picture yourself for a moment. You're out for a walk, feeling like your legs are getting lighter with each step. No more stiffness, no more pain. You're walking at a pace that feels natural, your legs supporting you effortlessly. You feel free, energized, and connected to the world around you, in a way that makes you smile from the inside out. How empowering would that feel? Salmon isn't just a treat, it's a nutritional powerhouse that can change the game when it comes to your circulation and leg health. If Lily can make this simple change, so can you. But don't just take my word for it. Imagine what a little boost in circulation can do for your energy, your strength, and your mobility. No more dragging your feet, no more aching ankles. With the right foods, you can start feeling like your best self again. And here's the best part, this is just the beginning. If you thought salmon was a game changer, wait until you hear what the next food on our list can do for your legs. It's a powerhouse in its own right, and once you add it to your routine, you'll see even more amazing changes. 3. Greek yogurt. The bone-strengthening secret. Strong legs don't just need muscles, they need solid bones. When we're younger, our bones are like sturdy tree trunks, strong and reliable. But as we age, bone loss speeds up, and our once sturdy legs can start feeling a little more like twigs than trunks. One misstep or a little stumble can lead to fractures that take a lot longer to heal. And suddenly, that active, carefree lifestyle can feel like a distant dream. Now, let me tell you about my Aunt Carol. For years, she would joke about her creaky knees every time she got up from the couch. You know, the kind of sound that makes you wonder if she's going to spontaneously turn into a walking wind-up toy. She'd say things like, "It's just the price of getting older." But one day, she decided to get a routine bone scan, just to be safe, and that's when everything changed. When her doctor looked at her results, his face dropped a little. "Your bones are thinning fast, Carol," he said. "It's not just age, you're at risk of fractures if you don't do something." Carol was stunned. She had always been the type to swear by her calcium supplements. She'd drink her milk, eat her leafy greens, and always take a calcium pill at night, without fail. So how could this happen to her? The doctor gave her some surprising news. It wasn't about what she was eating. It was about how well her body was absorbing the calcium. Turns out, even the best calcium-rich foods don't help if your digestive system isn't working at its best. Without proper digestion, calcium just passes through your body without doing its job. That's when the doctor recommended Greek yogurt, and let me tell you, it wasn't just because he was a fan of dairy. Greek yogurt is packed with calcium, yes, but it's also rich in protein and loaded with probiotics. These probiotics help balance your gut health, improving digestion, and ultimately, how well your body absorbs all those essential nutrients. Carol wasn't thrilled about the idea of switching up her routine, but she was desperate to get her bones back in shape. So she started eating a cup of Greek yogurt every day, sometimes plain, sometimes with a drizzle of honey and a few fresh berries, just to add a little sweetness. The first week was a bit rough, but she stuck with it, and guess what happened? By the time a couple of months rolled around, Carol started noticing something strange. Her knees felt stronger, not just less creaky, but almost like they had a little extra spring in them. And believe it or not, when she went back for her next bone scan, the results were better than expected. Her doctor was impressed. Her bones had actually thickened a little, and she was moving around without that dreaded fear of fracture hanging over her head. Now, imagine yourself being able to step off a curb without holding your breath, or climb stairs without that knee-bending worry, or heaven forbid, dancing again, just like when you were younger, without even thinking about your bones or your knees. That's the power of adding something as simple as Greek yogurt into your daily routine. It's like giving your bones the support they need to stay strong, and you get the benefit of feeling like you can take on the world again. But hey, before we wrap up, I've got to share something important, because food isn't the only factor when it comes to keeping your legs strong. Your diet might be amazing, but if you're missing some key lifestyle changes, your progress could slow down. Stay tuned for that little gem. So tell me, which of these foods will you try first? Or better yet, which one is already a favorite? Empower your legs with strength, fuel your future with confidence. And as for you, you deserve to stand tall, walk proud, and own every step, every single day. Hit that subscribe button and join our journey. Let's move forward, uplift each other, and unleash our full potential together.